now let's continue on the sperm production, the spermatogenesis process itself. Okay. Okay, this slide over here, the overview of the whole process. We can see mitosis division, meiotic division 1 and meiotic division 2. Okay. Spermatogonium undergo rapid mitotic division, many mitotic division producing spermatogonia type A and spermatogonia type B. So this rapid mitotic division occur during embryonic development. So it produce many spermatogonia. And then entering puberty, this boy have daughter cell type A, spermatogonia type A, spermatogonia type B. Spermatogonia type A undergo once again the mitosis division, producing the spermatogonia type B. Okay, once this shape present or this type present, that means this boy already initiate or the spermatogenesis process. So spermatogonia type B will pass through the tight junction. Okay, pass through this tight junction here. Okay, which opens up briefly. Okay, and now we call it primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte is at luminal compartment. Okay, this primary spermatocyte start to enter meiotic division 1 until complete meiotic division 2, and now we call it secondary spermatocyte. So you can see from 1 becoming 2 cell. So secondary spermatocyte start to enter meiotic division 2. Okay, completion of meiotic division 2 produce early spermatids, 4 early spermatids. Okay, so you can see towards the center of the seminiferous tubule, more mature sperm produced. Okay, what happened during mitotic division? Mitotic division, it proliferates the cell number. Meiotic division 1, what happened during meiotic division 1? Okay, what happened during meiotic division 1? So during meiotic division 1, separation of chromosome homologue. Completion of meiotic division 1 resulted in 2 daughter cells having haploid set of chromosome. Okay, and then now we call it secondary spermatocyte. Entering secondary spermatocyte enter the second meiotic division. The second meiotic division purpose is to separate the chromatids. Just now separate the chromosome homologue. By the end of second meiotic division, it will produce 4 haploid spermatid, and these 4 haploid spermatid contain chromatids. Okay, this take place about 64 to 72 days. Okay, this early spermatid will undergo further process. Okay, we will look into that later. So this slide over here, this is the actual under microscope how it looks like when we cut across the seminiferous tubules. Okay, all right. Okay, just now we stop at early spermatid. Now these 4 early spermatid, which contain the chromatids, will undergo differentiation process. which is spermiogenesis. Definition of spermiogenesis, maturation of a spermatid to a spermatozoa, or transformation of spermatid into spermatozoa. By the end of spermiogenesis, this sperm will undergo another differentiation process or maturation process, which is spermiation. We will look into that later. Okay, what happened during spermiogenesis? So spermatid transform into spermatozoa. So the changes occur is the shape. Spermatid is round shape, transform into elongated spermatozoa. What else? Nuclear changes the DNA. The DNA changes. Okay, from condensed DNA become more and more compact and condensed DNA. We will look into that later. And then the morphology from round to elongate. What else? Cellular changes. Inside the cell, what happened? The organelles rearrange to produce the acrosome, middle section, okay, mid section or the neck. And then eventually the exoneme function, this one relate with the tail, and then cell surface and cytoplasm reduction. Okay, this slide here summarize the whole process of spermiogenesis. We have Golgi phase, cap phase, acrosomal phase, maturation phase. Okay, the slide on your right hand side is explanation of the whole process from Golgi phase to maturation phase. So the late spermatids are produced with distinct region. What happened during Golgi phase? During Golgi phase, secretory granules accumulate at the anterior end to form the acrosome. Okay. Okay. So here anterior end. Okay. Accumulation of secretory granules forming the acrosomal granules with the help of the Golgi apparatus. Okay. At the same time, during Golgi apparatus, during formation of the heat, the DNA become more condensed, forming the structure is heterochromatic DNA. Okay, the third point over there, the neck, the mid piece. Okay. At the opposite pole of lysosome accumulation, opposite pole over here, mitochondria start to accumulate at the opposite pole. And then at the same time also, centriole. Can we see any centriole over here? Okay. Centriole also accumulate or migrate into this pole over here. Okay. So at the opposite pole, the mitochondria start to accumulate together with centriole. So that's why we have the word centriole here. Okay, there are a pair of centrioles which sit at the opposite pole also. So the accumulation of the mitochondria will form the neck or the midpiece of the sperm. The pair of centrioles, the proximal centriole that form the outer layer of the midpiece. The hindmost or the distal centriole will form the tail. This distal centriole will form the tail into 9 plus 1, the basic microtubules, 9 plus 2 microtubules flagellum. Okay, and then when these finish up, the unnecessary cytoplasm or the residual cytoplasm will be discarded by the Sertoli cells. Okay. So Golgi phase, what happened? Secretory granules accumulate. At the same time, the DNA condensed. Okay. Okay, cap phase, you can see start to form the acrosomal vesicle, and you can see the mitochondria start to accumulate at the opposite pole. Together with accumulation of mitochondria, there are centriole, a pair of centriole also migrate to the opposite pole. Okay, and then there are a pair, right? So one centriole, the proximal, the most proximal means towards really near to the nucleus. That proximal centriole will become the neck of the sperm, which assembled together the mitochondria. The most distal centriole will form the flagella. Okay, so you can see start here, already have the tail here. This distal centriole will form the flagella or the tail of the sperm. 9+2 microtubule. Then when this form, later stage, you can see the cytoplasm being phagocytized. Okay, maturation phase, or starting at the acrosomal phase also. Okay, phagocytized, or the residual of cytoplasm being discarded. Next. Okay, this one, this slide over here, explanation of the compaction and condensation of the DNA. Okay, DNA in the nucleus being compact using histone protein. Okay, the round nucleus contain histone as the major basic nucleoproteins. Okay, let me show the diagram here. Okay, so the DNA being compact by the histone protein. So in this way, that's why we can see the coil structure, the coil structure of the chromosome. Okay, chromosome. So if we zoom the chromosome, it's actually coil structure of the whole chromosome. Okay, and then during spermiogenesis, what happened to this coiled chromosome, chromatid? Okay, due to the nucleus shaping, just now from round shape become elongated sperm, right? So the head also elongated. The chromatin will be compact into heterochromatic shape. How? By replacing the histone protein with protamine protein. Okay, protamine protein. So this diagram here. So that yellow color of histone protein being replaced by first replaced by transition protein 2, and then this transition protein 2 will put the protamines protein at the chromatic structure. So we will see more compact and condensed DNA structure. Now we call it heterochromatic DNA. Okay, this slide here is just to show you the comparison between condensed DNA, which is encoded by histone protein versus heterochromatic DNA. So you can see more blackish color. Okay, this one more lighter, and still we can see distinguish like a chromatic strands. Okay, and then during spermiogenesis, the DNA become more compact and condensed by the replacement of histone into protamines, so more blackish color here. Okay, next. Okay, the same diagram just now. Okay, more explanation of the spermiogenesis. So remember, we have accumulation of mitochondria, migration of mitochondria, and the pair central toward opposite side of the spermatid. So the central, one of the central, proximal central, will produce the neck, which accumulate or assemble together mitochondria. Okay. The distal, the hindmost central, will produce the tail, produces a long flagellum that will be the posterior end of the sperm. Okay. Once the microtubule 9 plus 2 produced, the central, this central will be degenerates. So number 2 point, Golgi apparatus forms the acrosomal vesicle at the future anterior end. So just now we can see that. Number 3, the mitochondria assemble around the flagellum. Okay, the neck here. Okay, so the assembly of this mitochondria, the proximal distal that produce this neck structure. And then lastly, the remaining cytoplasm is lost and the nucleus condenses. The condensation of the DNA is actually happen at the same time of 1, 2, 3 things happen here. Okay, this slide summarize the process of spermiogenesis. Okay, the right hand side slide is the formation of the tail, axoneme. Okay, so the 9 plus 2 microtubules arrangement. The protein is tubulin, dynein, and nexine. 9 plus 2. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,